this measure. Is there any objection? Chair hears none. Chair recognizes Representative Parker to explain his bill.
Mr. Chairman, members, thank you so much for the opportunity to come before you today and to lay out the substitute here for House Bill 3252. It's my privilege to do so on behalf of my joint author here, Dr. Stuckey, as well. House Bill 3252, or the Blake Pyron Act, was inspired by a local Denton County resident, Blake himself, from Sanger, Texas, who's traveled here today in support of the bill. Just under 6 years ago, Blake put his love for people and creative talents into the business world as the successful owner behind Blake's Snow Shack, which has received international acclaim and recognition as the first business in Texas to be owned by someone with Down syndrome. He was not limited by his Down syndrome diagnosis, but found the biggest obstacles were from a broader lack of awareness and systemic support in our state for pursuing business ownership as a viable option for a person with a disability. Texas is the leading state for business and is nationally recognized as one of the best places for entrepreneurs. Texas also has the second largest disabled community of all the states, and far too many young adults are facing uncertainties after graduating or aging out of the school system. While high school graduation is a time to look forward to the future for many of our aspiring youths, far too many students with disabilities are instead faced with limited hope for a new beginning. As our state continues to cultivate a business-friendly environment that provides for boundless opportunities for entrepreneurs, we must also honor the broader calling to ensure differently abled Texans thrive under the same Texas can-do environment that opens the doors of success and ignites prosperity for today's business leaders while inspiring the next generation to follow suit. Far too often, people with disabilities are overlooked in the workforce, and therefore we must always recognize the pathways available to unleash the entrepreneurial spirit within all Texans and encourage possibilities, inclusion, and freedom to pursue one's biggest dreams. By preparing future entrepreneurs with disabilities, we can also empower the Texas Workforce Commission, our public education system, teachers, families, caregivers, and community supporters, and bring a modern mindset to this unbridled spirit of innovation that ultimately better prepares and removes barriers for Texans with disabilities for success in the workplace and throughout all of life. I chose October 17 for Entrepreneurs with Disabilities Day because it falls under and during a time when several disabilities are recognized, including National Down Syndrome Awareness Month, a time when Blake Pyron himself has recognized new entrepreneurs through his national scholarship program as he continuously looks to give back and encourage others to follow their dreams. It is also National Disability Employment Month, and by adding entrepreneurship as an inclusive pathway to self-advocacy, we are broadening the horizon for the countless contributions these business leaders will bring to our state, communities, neighborhoods, and most importantly, our way of seeing possibilities over limitations. My hope is that recognizing this day each year will serve to better educate citizens from across our great state about pursuing self-employment while also encouraging differently abled Texans to relentlessly follow their dreams of business ownership that puts their talents, knowledge, and vast skills into the workforce as entrepreneurs. Mr. Chairman, I appreciate the chance to lay out the bill for you here today and certainly be happy to answer any questions that you or members of the committee might have.
Thank you. Members, question? Anybody?
Thank you, Representative Krause.
We will reserve your right to close.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
We have a couple witnesses here.
Thank you, sir.
Chair calls Blake Pyron. All right, Blake, for the record, we need you to tell us your name, who you represent, and your position on the bill, if you're on, for, or against.
I am Blake Pyron. I'm agricultural in Texas.
Yes, and we're for the bill, right?
Yes.
Yes.
We need to read her in since she's talking. Okay. We're gonna. Can we go ahead and recognize her as well to testify? Hang on one second. We just want to make sure we get anything wrong from paperwork. Okay. All right. Chair also calls Mary Ann Pyron. Ms. Pyron, please, for the record, state your name, who you represent, and your position on the bill.
My name is Mary Ann Pyron. I represent my family and all families across Texas and across the United States, just like ours. And of course, we support the bill. And I wish Tan would have given me a tissue alert before he spelled out the bill. But we're honored to share our story with you all today.
Perfect.
So thank you
Perfect.
for having us.
Well, you just proceed with your testimony.
Okay. We, like Tan shared, 6 years ago, we were faced with the same issue that many families are faced with. Blake was graduating high school, and there weren't options for employment for him. Not meaningful employment and exciting employment that he wanted. And it was a problem around our kitchen table. Our small town in Sanger, Texas, embraced Blake, right?
Yeah.
And the snow cone stand just became, we honestly thought would just be a little business in Sanger, give Blake something to do, and that would be it. It has. We have been blessed over the last 6 years, and it has made international news, this little small snow cone stand. And we want to show other families, that's our plan, is to show other families that there are options, that we're not just stuck. There are entrepreneurship, because not everyone fits into the typical workforce. I mean, when you all and myself, whenever we look for employment, we have options. We have a lot of options. And that just wasn't the case for our Blake. Blake comes home every day from work. Mom, I made some dollars. And he comes in and he is excited saying that. And then he follows up with saying, I'm going to buy some Willie Nelson tickets and some Texas Rangers tickets. So not only is Blake,
Good taste.
not only is he earning money in Texas, he plans on spending his money here in Texas. The National Down Syndrome Society, which is who we work with closely and establish Blake Scholarship, they're like Texas, we can lead the way with this entrepreneurship day. So I just think it would be a great thing. It would be a great honor.
Thank you very much. Blake, do you have anything you want to tell us?
Yeah.
What?
I do. Back son is her dad. She go to Mohawk.
So he's talking about his friend John. John's Crazy Socks. John is also an entrepreneur. Family. Blake and John are like 10 days apart, and they're up in New York, and they're buddies. They're businessmen. So that's what he's talking about.
That's great. That's great. What's your favorite flavor at the snow cone stand?
Blue color.
All right. I like that one too. Members, more questions? Chairman Krause.
Thank you, Chairman. More of a comment, man. You're just an inspiration, Blake. Thank you for being here today. You are awesome. I live in Fort Worth, so I'm not too far from you, so I want to come get a snow cone. And our district has the Rangers' new ballpark in it, so I'm going to work with Representative Parker. We're going to get you to a game pretty soon. Have you go to a Rangers game, okay?
You say.
All right.
Say thank you.
I do. Good answers.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. Oh, Vice Chair
Ma'am.
Gervin Hawk. How old is Blake?
Blake, how old are you?
5.
25. He just turned 25. Yes, ma'am.
He started this
Right out of high school, so he's 6 years. We're going into our 6th season. Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you
great.
so much.
That's great.
And we always say, people will ask us, they're like, why snow cones? And I'm like, it's hot in Texas. So it just works out. And another thing too, oddly, that people will ask, they'll say, can Blake do his whole job himself? Can he work? And I go, I can't do my whole job myself. Mm-hmm. You know, if my computer goes down, I'm calling IT. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't want me trying to work on my computer. So it's just changing, like Tina said, the narrative in opening people's eyes that, sure, Blake needs some assistance at his job, but you know what? So do I. And I'm sure so do you. I mean, we all do. So that's just changing that narrative.
I certainly agree, and you you're very perceptive. There's some of us up here that do need help with their job. I'm not mentioning any names, but anyway, thank you both for being here. Blake, it's great. I don't live close to you, but I drive through there a lot, and I want a snow cone as well, and looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Oh, members, question?
Yes, sir.
Everybody good? All right. Thank you very much. Did you have something to say, Representative?
I'm not a member of this committee, so I didn't know if you were going to recognize me.
I thought you said no.
No, I said yes.
Okay.
I just wanted to say I've known Blake since he grew up in Sanger in the Pyron family, and the support that mom and dad give him and the rest of their kids is unbelievable. He does work really hard. I've seen him. They'll set up in Sanger, but they'll set up all over the place. They'll be at the North Texas Fair and Rodeo, and they'll go other places. So they're constantly on the move, and there's always a line. Every time I go by there's a line.
That's good.
And the last time I went, he put double the flavor on mine, so I really like it. Thank you, Blake.
All right. Okay. Oh, one more, Representative McCarty.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And it's more of a favor of Mama, since in the days of COVID, I'd love to come down there, Blake, and give you a big old bear hug.
Yeah.
Proud of you, congratulations. So Mama, if you could for us, give that boy a big hug around the chest.
Yeah.
Great job. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you.
Looks like we're out. Is there anyone else that wishes to testify on, for, or against House Bill 3252? If not, public testimony is closed. Chair recognizes Representative Parker to close on House Bill 3252.
Mr. Chairman, members, thank you so much for hearing this wonderful bill. I think this is obviously something that we can all get behind and support. And I just want to shout out to Blake. I mean, you see what an incredible hero he is, what a role model for everybody in Texas. Just so proud of you, Blake. You just do amazing things, and so proud of the family. Marianne and Billy have done so much, and just a role model for all families that have children that are differently abled. So we're just so grateful and appreciate your support and making this recognition come to fruition. So thank you all so very much.
All right. Members, nope. All right.
One final shout out just to thank Dr. Stuckey as well. It's interesting. I got to know the Pyron family originally after representing Sanger for many years before Dr. Stuckey took the seat. So it's exciting to work with him on this as well. Thank you, Dr. Stuckey.
Okay. Chair withdraws the committee substitute for House Bill 3252. House Bill 3252 be left pending at this time.
Mr. Chairman, if I could just, one thing I just
Representative
got a text from my good friend Brendan Anthony with the Texas Music Office, and he tells me that he just talked to Willie Nelson's people, and they would like to invite Blake to a show.
All right.
So I'll
We
get
can
this
clap for that.
information
That's
to Representative Parker and Blake. Blake, just let me know when we want to go. Okay? All right.
Thank you, Representative.
Okay. Chair lays out House Bill 1631, recognizes Representative Guerra.